You're listening to WAYO Rochester, 104.3 FM. My name is Tessa. I usually host All Singing Must Now Be Howling Monday evenings at 5 p.m., but today I have the pleasure of hosting this week's edition of Live at WAYO featuring Stress Dolls. You can live stream today's show by going to wayofm.org and clicking Watch at the top of the page. You can also text in any questions you have for the band at 585-203-WAYO. That's 585-203-9296. All right, that is all from me. Without further ado, Stress Dolls.
Well, I write and wait and write again, but it never is enough. You can't at least accept the courtesy of telling me it sucks. It's only my crystal ball constant shadows of the past. You can stab my feet 1,000 times, but still I'd walk on the glass. We love now, gotta die, shake it off and start again. Cast all my stones to the abyss. And if I put these words through the walls, I wonder what we left. Rinse the substances of blood and lead. Tell me just what I have. It's intentional yet shameful. Obvious it's all about me. All the rhymes are so repetitive. You're just to breathe. I'm the queen of now. Never die, shake it off and start again. Cast all my stones to the abyss. It's an ocean of your vanity. I search for land, but I keep treading sea. Reaching tongues onto the sunken floor, and all I'm wanting is somebody. Give me final call, that second grace. If it's brutal, please say it to my face. Can't you see I'm drowning in it, and I'd rather know. If it's time, turn it in. I'll go down with it, share. To do the things I tell it to. It's covered in guilt and my inherent attitude. Who I am on the paper never translates to life. Ask me your questions and I'll give you advice. Connected so clearly in the tones of these bones. The sounds of the choir all rise. The body sings. My body ain't shy to let me know it needs a fix. Cruising and cries until I get the best of it. But we all the surface is for comedy night. When we all go home alone and face morning light. Shining so brightly through your bedroom window. The sounds of betrayal all rise. The body sings da 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 da. The body sings da 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 da. body sings, why do you insist on living when all you know and all you want is within reach but always slipping? The body sings, da 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 da. My body sings, da 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 da. Let me at it, let me have it, let me at it, let me have it.
That was Stress Dolls with Body and Queen of No before that. You are listening to Live at WAYO on 104.3 FM and online at wayofm.org. We have Stress Dolls in the studio with us today. Hi, Stress Dolls.
Hey, Tessa, how are you?
Hello.
I'm good. You guys are sounding awesome.
Thank you.
So do you guys want to take a minute to introduce yourselves?
Sure. So I am Chelsea. I'm on rhythm guitar and vocals.
I'm TJ. I'm on bass and backing vocals.
Hey, I'm Jordan. I am on lead guitar. I'm Josh. I hit stuff.
Well, welcome to WAYO. We're really glad to have you guys here. Do you also maybe want to get into the history of Stress Dolls? What's your origin story? How'd you guys start playing together?
Sure. Gosh.
The lore.
I know. If you go back over 10 years ago now, I was playing under the name Wolf, and I had a band. And then that morphed into Stress Dolls. We changed the name. That lineup ended up falling apart. But after some time, I continued with the name Stress Dolls just as a solo act. And so in time, I wanted to play with a band again. And so TJ was actually around during the Wolf days. So he's been around the longest. And we met while working in radio. We were just talking about that.
That's right.
And then Jordan and I actually met because we both worked at the library downtown in Buffalo. And Jordan actually filmed a Tiny Desk contest entry for Wolf back in the day. And then I had seen Jordan like playing really cool guitar leads on Instagram. And so I was like, hey, would you be interested in like jamming sometime? And she was like, sure. So that's how that happened. And Josh has been in the local music scene for a long time. And I used to see you play with Grace Stumberg Band and then Grosh. And we did a Nirvana cover show together. And yeah,
That was so fun. We should do that again.
it was so much fun.
Let's do it.
So that's kind of how we all came together. And we've been in this lineup, I think, since 2022. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Awesome. That is really great. I think it's funny about the Tiny Desk thing because I always feel like Live at WAYO is like Rochester's version of a Tiny Desk concert.
The setup is cool. Yeah, it's definitely got a cozy vibe. It's like all the vinyl over here and
Is
stuff. I don't know if you can see it on the cameras or whatever, but it looks so cool.
It's definitely one of the coolest
what
radio
you're saying, for sure.
studios I've been in.
So let's get back to the music. Just a reminder to the listeners out there, you can live stream at wayofm.org and please text in your questions for the band at 585-203-WAYO. All right, you guys ready to play a few more songs?
Oh, sure.
Let's do it.
Definitely. This one is called Close Enough. So we walk, we're straddling the line between our thoughts and biding too much time. Stand down, demons, we're breaking even. I'll give you my word if you hand me the knife. Twisting shoulders, we're all getting older. So we walk, we're straddling the line for someone to save me. It feels so wrong now, but once I felt it was right. It only takes a second for us all to figure out that no one's coming, and that's what it's all about. So we walk, we straddle along between our thoughts, inviting too much time. And even if you were a part of me, it would never be close enough. We walk, we straddle the line between our thoughts, inviting too much time. And even if you were alive in me, it would never be. Can't keep running. No, I can't keep. I can't. Even if you were alive in me, it would never be close enough. Listeners at home, this one is about having anxiety, something I deal with much of the time, so if you can relate, hope you dance along with us. I'm sick of wasting my time, worrying about thoughts in my mind. High anxiety. I'm sick of giving myself another shot to my health. High anxiety. You don't control me. Ooh, I lay my armor down. No, you don't wear the crown. High anxiety. You don't ever handle on me. Oh, we'll get together instead. Comfy, cozy in my head. High anxiety. We'll coexist peacefully. You're just a part of me. Let my toes and my fingers out. And I, sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Anxiety and I, walking down the beach, whispering sweet nothings, forgetting all the nothings, 'cause all of it is nothing.
That was Stress Dolls with High Anxiety. Before that, we heard Close Enough off of their newly reissued album, Queen of No, which, Chelsea, was through your own label, Angry Girl Music.
Yes.
Congratulations on the reissue.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been kind of fun to reissue the record and launch a record label.
Yeah, can you tell us more about creating your own record label?
Sure. I mean, for now, it's really just a means of releasing music that I work on. Maybe in a dream scenario in the future, there will be other people to work with as well. But, I had worked with an indie label on Queen of No initially, Sun Pedal Recordings out of Cleveland. And it just, by the end of it, we kind of both amicably decided that it was the best to part ways. So there was no bad blood. There wasn't really much elsewhere to go with the relationship. So now Angry Girl Music exists.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have an independent, like, women-owned record label here in Western New York.
Yeah, and I feel like there might be
There's
others, right?
Babeville, Righteous Babe,
Right.
Ani DeFranco. That's a big one too.
Yeah, and she's from Buffalo too.
Mm-hmm.
Following in footsteps.
Maybe. I don't know. A bold comparison.
No, that's
I
awesome.
love it.
Chelsea, I know you said that you started out like as a solo act and doing stuff by yourself, but I'm really glad that you have this band together because you guys are rocking out. You sound awesome.
I feel really lucky to be able to play with y'all.
Same.
I do.
Likewise.
Aw. Aw, buddy.
It's true.
Do you want to keep playing?
Yeah. So you just mentioned Queen of No, and most of the songs that you're hearing today, minus High Anxiety, which we just played, are on the record Queen of No, and so these next couple are as well. This one is called Illusion. We're meant to harness the world and think we're granting it life. Take all it can give and then wonder why. We're meant to burn all the bones and then claim the written words dead. Like the drawer with the Bible, and then turn into ash. And so we believe we're well, when we're nothing but sick, filled with comfort and shame. Tell me, how do we rid ourselves of it? Between life and death, pixelated and fading, until nothing is left. So be honest with me. Do you finally feel seen? Or is it just an illusion that makes behind the screen? This one is about how social media is melting all of our brains. It's called Crazy. For such a lonely soul who always opted out, I'm at the point I can't live without you. There's just no doubt. You hold me in my sleep and bring to life my dreams. And when I deplore, say I was better before you. Remind me quietly, who needs the whole story when you've got a summary? And who needs a good morning when you've got a silver screen? And who needs you, baby, when I've got my megabytes? The whole world's gone crazy, so have I. your pen and put away that brain of yours. Tuck it into bed. 'Cause who needs thoughts, those hapless worries that trouble your day? I know you were sure you were better before, but honey, I'm here to stay. Who needs a whole story when you've got a submarine? Who needs a good morning when you've got a silver screen? And who needs you, baby, when I've got my megabytes? The whole world's gone crazy, and so have I. I'm sure I was better before. I'm sure I was better before. I'm sure you were better before. I'm sure you were better before. Oh, I'm sure I was better before. I'm sure you were better before. I'm sure you were better before. I was better before. I was better before. Thank you to WAYO for so much fun. Who needs the whole story when you've got a submarine? And who needs a good morning when you've got a silver screen? And who needs you, baby, when I've got my megabyte? The whole world's gone crazy, and so have I.
You are listening to WAYO 104.3 FM and wayofm.org. This is Live at WAYO with Stress Dolls. You just heard Crazy and Illusion before that. I think Crazy is my favorite song off of the Queen of No album.
Awesome.
It reminds me a lot of PJ Harvey.
Love PJ.
Nice.
Right? Which,
What thank you.
so I'm wondering what musical influences you all have. Like, what inspires Stress Dolls?
I guess I'll speak first. I'd say like my earliest influence was Avril Lavigne. Shout out Avril. I freaking love her. And then beyond that, like as I got a little older, Jimmy Eat World, The Replacements, Sleater Kinney, gosh, I don't know, Hole, Nirvana. How about you, TJ?
I would say Green Day and Nirvana really drive my current interests in how I like to hear things. Like I know that the way I play bass is exactly how I heard Mike Dirnt play at one time, and that's how I really strive for it. So that's it for me. I mean, there's more, but
I feel like for me, I'm kind of all over the map with music, but as far as guitar playing goes, I tend to think of guitar in textural terms. So I don't really think of playing leads. I'm always like trying to find how to add texture to what's happening in the song. And that comes from my obsession with sludge metal, which isn't what I think of when I think of Stress Dolls, but it ends up coming out of what I play anyway.
Yeah, I think the big one, the formative one for me would be John Bonham, Led Zeppelin. My dad, just big classic rock guy, and just grew up listening to that. Nowadays, my favorite drummer is a German guy named Benny Greb. I love him. I think he does a great job of just like combining chops and still having a groove, and I always try to think about that, like just always keep the pocket, no matter how crazy you get. And then bands and stuff, Radiohead is probably my favorite band, but then other than that, I'm kind of like Jordan, I'm a metal kid at heart, but different kinds. I like the Meshuggah, Periphery, stuff like that really inspires me to listen to. So
That's cool. I love hearing everyone's influences. I can definitely hear the shades of all of those artists in your music. I guess kind of related. If you could play a show with any artist, who would it be? What's your dream show?
This is always so hard because there's just so many cool bands out there, you know?
There are.
It's tough to narrow it down to one.
I mean, mine, Jimmy Eat World, I think, is my answer. But go around. What do you think, TJ?
I still think I sit at Green Day here, so that would be killer.
This is a hard one. Like, I think about what bands are amazing live performers, and what comes to my mind is Nine Inch Nails. I don't know if that's a good fit for playing with us.
That would be amazing.
But I would love
We're
to
not
play
looking
with
for
Nine
fit.
Inch
We're
Nails.
just looking for who it would be cool to play with.
Are we talking like opening for, or like do we get to play like in their band? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, that's such a good point. I was thinking opening for, but
Okay.
if you have another idea for who
Oh,
you'd like to
man.
drum for, that'd be awesome to hear.
I like listening to complicated stuff, but I get stressed out playing it. So I would love to be, Dave Grohl, if you're listening. I would love to play with Foo Fighters at some point.
I was just about to say there's an I hear there's an
Yeah, there's an
opening.
opening.
Yeah, because it's like, high energy. You can go nuts, but it's not like, insanely complicated to figure out. And that's always my sweet spot. But to open for, I like Nine Inch Nails. I think that's a cool pick. I agree with that. I'll go with that.
They're so
I agree with Jordan.
ridiculous.
2 out of 4.
Yeah.
I really want to go see them on this tour. I don't know if it's
Same.
gonna happen.
Can we write to Trent Reznor and be like, hey, can we open for you? We talked about you on WAYO.
I'm sure he's not picky at all about that.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys on the stage with Nine Inch Nails or Green Day someday. I had a dream one time that I was playing with Slater Kinney. So, yeah.
It sounds like an incredible dream.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
Right? And they don't have a bassist, and I play bass. So it was like, honestly, this like really great world. I have a listener question. So Kim is wondering if everyone in the band contributes to writing songs, or what is your songwriting process like?
At this juncture, for Queen of No, I wrote all the songs, and I'm primarily the writer, but now we're bringing in songs where people, you guys are contributing to the pieces. And actually, and like Forward, the 2022
Yeah.
EP,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, you guys contributed parts and leads. So,
But we're like demoing stuff right now.
we are.
Yeah.
We're demoing new stuff right now.
It's very much Chelsea has an idea and she brings it to us, and then she lets us really add our own voices to it, and I've always appreciated that aspect of it. I know that obviously Queen of No was written, by you, and that was during that like weird COVID time when everything was happening there too. So like, but anytime we've done anything else, it's always typically been Chelsea bringing us an idea and us liking it and jamming around that and making it happen, really.
Yeah, I think like the good thing about you, Chelsea, and some other people too, is you just kind of trust your band. I feel like you wouldn't be playing with us if you didn't kind of trust us. So once the song is done, that's basically just Chelsea, and then everything else is arrangement and just like TJ was saying, just the parts and stuff. And like Chelsea's always really receptive to any ideas, and we just communicate it until it feels good. But I've worked with some control freaks out there that get insane, and if you have a vision, that's cool, but it's nice to work with somebody that's just, again, trusts the band, and we can all work together. Yeah. It's much more fun.
Yeah, I love to hear that. I have another question kind of connected to favorite artists. I'm wondering, what is the first piece of music that you ever bought for yourself?
Oh wow.
Oh, like piece of music, like to learn, or like a CD?
Like a CD or a record.
Mine was No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom.
Heck yeah.
And that
Ooh.
record still rips. Although I'm a little disappointed in Gwen
In
Stefani,
Gwen.
but It is what it is. That record still's good. I don't feel bad that was my first pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one I first bought for myself. I know the first music I ever received as a gift, I was age 7, and it was Vince DiGaraldi, and it was Linus and Lucy. I got that for my 7th birthday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was obsessed.
That's
It was
awesome.
on cassette tape. I
so
loved
cool.
that. Yeah.
I want to say the first one I remember walking into a store and paying money for a CD, which is a thing people used to do.
Mine was a cassette.
Okay.
Yep.
What are you, older or something?
Yeah, a little bit older.
No, I think it was Anthem by Less Than Jake.
Sweet.
Yeah. Real deep cut.
Weren't they just here?
Yeah, like 2 weekends ago or something.
Josh, how about you?
American Idiot. Yep. On CD. That was the first one, which I re-listened to it recently. My wife and I, we're calling them nostalgia trips, where we just maybe not necessarily introduce each other to stuff, but like, oh, this movie was big from my childhood, or this album. I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to American Idiot again, because, it's the first CD I ever bought. It holds up very well. It's very topical, but also it sounds amazing. That is one of the best sounding rock records ever, I think. The tones are, just the guitar tone is unbelievable on that record, for sure. So, American Idiot.
I'm going to be honest, I dipped out at that record.
Yeah. I had a feeling. You got to be all elitist. I liked them when they did Dookie.
I think it was just
It was
because I
too
was a
polished.
little older. I was a little older. Mm-hmm. And I was getting into hardcore.
Tessa, save us.
So just a reminder to everyone listening out there, you can be watching this on wayofm.org. Hit watch at the top of the page, and you can see Stress Dolls playing live in the studio. Also, you can text in any questions you have for the band at 585-203-WAYO. That's 585-203-9296. Also, I'll let you know that if you are a musical artist or band in the greater Rochester area, or maybe even further, somewhere like Buffalo, this could be you playing in the studio like we have Stress Dolls here. You could shoot an email to info@wayofm.org, and we might have you on the show. All right, do you guys want to get back to the music?
That'd be great.
Next 3, right?
Awesome. All right. So this one is called Pretty.
Ready?
Yeah.
I wanna be pretty, but I can't make you see me. Pinch the skin on my waist, pick the scars on my face. But in this reflection, there lies a distraction. So I refresh the feed, convinced that it's what I need. We trace our souls with coals drawn from the fire, an outline thick with imminent desire. And you're pretty, pretty wicked for saying. Now that I'm pretty, there's no need to disguise. Now I'm fit in your eyes, and since you can't see me, we'll take the show on parade, and I'll lead the tirade, screaming when you choose to wade in shallow water. Don't be shocked when you drown at the altar. Oh. pretty wicked voice sing. About the look or what to wear, for the one who claimed not to drink the poison of what other people think. Do you find me pretty? Do you fancy me pretty? And do you think that I'm pretty? Yeah, 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 yeah. Pretty wicked for us.
All right. This next one is called Ghostwriter, and it usually has a violin solo on it by Sally Schaefer. So I highly recommend checking out the recorded version. But we're going to make do with Jordan because she also rips.
I'll fill in.
He'll fill in. Ready?
Yeah.
I forgot the words. I can't turn away. Thank you. I'm so glad this is being recorded.
This is live.
Well, I can't turn away. No, I can't reword the plots. Already wrote the end, but it isn't what you want. Try to ignore the edits, but it doesn't mean they're gone. So hidden, locked, and loaded, like a guilt you prey upon. Tuck in leftover questions of what, the where, and why. It feels like you're the ghostwriter in the pages of this life. You're the ghostwriter. Try to ignore the edits, but it doesn't mean they're gone. Still hidden, locked, and loaded, like the guilt you prey upon. Stuck in leftover questions, the what, the where, and why. It feels like you're the ghostwriter. You're the ghostwriter in the pages of this life. Already wrote the end, but it isn't what you want. The gown twist sides were caught up in my hair. VIV stuck in both of my arms. And for a moment I thought I might die. You're at best come through irreparably scarred. And no part of that hunch was right. Turns out I live to see another night. Oh yeah, I'm better than I've been in a while.
Bet you never thought you'd see me smile quite like this again. Oh yeah, I'm better than I've been in a long time. Won't be kept on the sideline quite like that again. The months bled, turned from ruby to rust. You told me pain was like seasons change. Drove me around, gave me comfort and sound advice, hid me from the rain. And though the hole in my gut was real, I felt the ache in my heart could heal. Oh yeah, I'm better than I've been in a while. Bet you never thought you'd see me smile quite like this again. Oh yeah, I'm better than I've been in a long time. Won't be kept on the sideline quite like that again. And no one's entitled to happiness, and not guaranteed a second chance. But could this be it? Could this be it? There's a struggle in the making, one I keep on running from. I just hate this story so much, hate the part that I've become. I don't wanna feed this envy, and I don't wanna feel this clean. But there's still this murky water that is dredging up in me. There's still this murky water that is stretching up in.
That was Stress Dolls with Better, Ghostwriter before that, and Pretty started off that set. We have a couple more listener questions. So Miles asks, hi there, if you had an unlimited budget, what gear would you get?
I love this question.
I was going to say, this is a great question for the other members of my band because I am so not a gearhead, and I just work with like the most basic stuff possible. So y'all take the reins. Go for it.
Well, hi, Miles. I don't know. I like such a wide variety of drum tones and stuff. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to go a little out of pocket with that. Instead of drums, I think I would invest in like my own personal recording studio. I think that's what I would do. If I could like have an unlimited budget, I think I would just find a space and fill it up with just high-end mics and preamps and all that stuff, because I kind of like the gear I have right now. Not to say I wouldn't get more, but I just having my own space to record at all times, I think that would be what I would want to get.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, I had a moment where I was like, well, if we're going to die, I want to own the gear that I want to play before we die. So I bought this guitar, and I don't have it here, but I bought a Science amp, and they're like the dream gear for me. So I have my dream like setup, but I agree with that. I would rather like invest in a studio. I have a home studio at home, but it is very cramped and limited by budget. So if we had more money and more space, that would be ideal.
I think right now I'm just looking at a quad cortex. I really want all that amp profiler. I need all the amp profiles. I need all the sounds. I don't need anything analog. I'm a digital guy. It's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that label because I will have all the sounds I will ever want with an amp profiler.
Yes.
Awesome. I love all those answers, especially the recording studio one. And yeah, I think that's an awesome attitude. Treat yourself with the gear while we're still here.
Yeah, I'm for it. I vote for it.
Another listener question. What bands y'all been listening to lately?
I'll start. I've been listening to this band called Arm's Length. They're from Bellevue, Ontario, and they're wonderful. Origami Angel's another one of my main ones lately. Honestly, really in that Midwest emo section of music. I can't seem to really get out of there. I fell in there a few years ago, and I just can't really dig myself out of it. Not that I want to. I really like that style. But yeah, Arm's Length and Origami Angel. I can't pick one.
For me, I don't know. I have been listening to a lot of electronic music. Chelsea and I have an electronic project called Urge Surfer, and I've been listening to a lot of this Italian synthesist called Caterina Barabari, I think it's her name.
And she's got bars, but no lyrics.
Yeah,
but the synth sounds. Sorry, we were listening on the way up on our ride.
Yeah, I mean, I keep coming back to those records. Yeah, I love playing modular synths, and there's so many sounds to be found. But usually, like, it's made by one individual at their house.
Well, I've been doing a lot of driving lately, so I've been listening to Lettuce a lot. If you're unfamiliar, they're just like an instrumental funk band, it's really just greasy, and it's such good driving music. And then other than that, Better Lovers, they're pretty sick.
Local shout out, kinda,
yeah, because if you're unfamiliar, Every Time I Die was a Buffalo hardcore metalcore band that broke up, and Better Lovers is basically Every Time I Die plus Greg Puciato, who used to sing with Dillinger Escape Plan.
I was gonna say when you were talking about bands you want to play with or play in, I was gonna say you might want to play with Dillinger.
No, that's too hard. That's way too much work.
I've been listening to a ton of Alex G or Sandy Alex G. I'm like way down that rabbit hole, and I'm not mad about it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The Sandy name was like one record cycle, I think.
Yeah, I know it's a little confusing but whatever. Alex G.
Reinvents himself all the time.
Awesome. I haven't heard of a lot of those bands, so I'm definitely going to check them out, especially that Katerina person. That sounds really cool.
You're sick. If you like soundtracky music, but without the traditional synth pads, that's where I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I like synth and I like anything Italian, so I'll definitely check that out. So I am curious, what is your favorite venue that each of you guys have ever played?
Oh, man. Well, the dream venue for me has always been Town Ballroom in Buffalo. And we got to play the Oxford Penn and Stage 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And that was just really special. I hope to one day play the main room, which Josh just did in his band Garage. And I bet you it was pretty incredible.
It's a pretty cool stage, yes.
Mm-hmm. So I just grew up going to so many shows at that venue and seeing some of my favorite bands play there. So that's still my dream. Town Ballroom, main room.
Asbury Hall.
That's a good one.
Babeville.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mine would be Massey Hall in Toronto.
Ooh. Going
Wait,
out
so it's
out of local.
venues we want to play?
Yeah.
Oh, I asked, what's your favorite venue that you have ever played? I'm like, oh my God, you guys have played there.
No.
Oh yeah, no, we played ninth. We played ninth ward.
We played
I
Ninth
should
Ward
say.
in the
I'm
basement.
sorry.
I got it confused too.
I
don't worry.
mixed that one up. Yeah.
You guys led me astray.
No, it was my bad.
No, that's okay. I'm glad to hear all these
No,
answers.
I would love to play Massey Hall. No, my favorite stage we played is definitely West Side Bowl. It's like in a bowling alley, like actual, like you play in the bowling alley, like where the
And like
the alleys are.
You would think the sound would be like horrible, but it sounds great on stage and front of house. Like it's so
Yeah.
punchy. Everything's really clear. It's kind of weird how that works out.
And there's a record shop in the bowling alley as well.
Yeah.
This is in
It's
Youngstown,
really,
Ohio.
really fun.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And pizza. So many good pizzas.
Wow, that sounds so cool. I think that's going to be a new dream venue for me. Okay. So I know we talked about everyone's like favorite kind of like big name bands. How about everyone's favorite local bands or artists?
I feel like I'm the host of a regional music show in Buffalo. And I feel like if I say something, I'm going to be, people are going to be upset at me.
You're gonna
Yeah,
get in
right, yeah,
trouble.
Josh is looking at me. I can say that like some that I've discovered recently that I've really enjoyed over the last year have been Soy Fruit, TV Mountain. They spell their name TVMTN, Adelaide. We have a lot of really great bands in Buffalo. I think we're really lucky.
There's so many bands that we're friends with now.
And in Rochester too.
Yeah.
Shout out Chores.
Yeah, Chores. I'm playing with Chores in a couple weeks in another band that I'm actually joining, which is probably, if as far as like local bands that I really loved before I got invited to play with them, it was Personal Style. I love that band. I love the dudes in them. And yeah, I'm excited to play with Chores again, though. So fun.
I think my favorite to go see is probably Miller and the Other Sinners is what it's called. So this guy, David Miller, used to play in a band called Dive House Union, kind of like a blues rock band. And yeah, like sometimes they have like a 9-piece band with horns and stuff. And he's got so much soul in his voice. He's a great slide guitar player. And every time I see him play, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is what live music should be. Like just totally organic. There's room to improvise and be loose and stuff. I'm like, I love it. Miller and the Other Sinners for me.
Yeah.
I'm wearing their shirt right now, but they're called Super American, and they're wonderful. Just a pop punk group.
I was gonna say also Little Cake.
Little Cake's great.
Yeah, she has another project that she's been doing called Diaper the Band, which is like a variety show for children, and it's equally as fun to see as Little Cake. But yeah,
Children need shows too.
so good.
Cool. Yeah, we have some really great local bands in this area. So we are getting close to finishing up our hour together with Stress Dolls. Remember to stay tuned at 3 p.m. We have Kyle Brown on with Up on the Roof. Before you guys start this next one, do you want to let the listeners know of any upcoming shows you have, and then also where they can find you online?
Definitely. So in, I guess, less than a couple weeks now, we are going to be playing at Fountain Plaza in downtown Buffalo, opening for the Sheila Divine. That's part of the Thursday and Main series. We go on at 5 p.m., so it's an early one. And then that weekend, I'm actually playing a solo show for Disability Pride Fest from 2:30 to 3 at Buffalo River Works. And then next with the band really isn't until the fall. I think we have a couple of dates in September and October. I'm not sure if they're being announced yet. But you can keep up to date. Yeah, secret for now. You can keep up to date with all those at stressdolls.music.com. And on all forms of social media, it's either at Stress Dolls or Stress Dolls Music.
Awesome. Okay, ready for the last song?
Yes. So this is this song, we were just talking about this the other day. The song I think is 10 years old or over 10 years old, which kind of blows my mind. But it's called Curves and Edges. And thank you again to Tessa for the interview. Thanks to WAYO for having us and everyone behind the scenes. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, guys. This is a lot of fun.
It's a ton of fun. Ready?
She's a shot in the dark, and the ache in your back. She's a bull in the yard, and you're wearing all red. She's a wisp in the wind, a fragment carried away, a willow swaying in time with the breeze before it gets blown out the bay. So string me up tall, and I'll be your ragdoll, positioned to join in a dance that doesn't leave life much chance to fall. I've got no curves, just edges, in case you didn't notice. The burn and the starve is the worst. It's a flame that burrows hard in her eyes. The punch in the gut, it's a kick, it's a bully left that you despise. So lay it on and show me that punch to the lip. It's a push and a pull to the top, whether you like it or not, you've been there. I've got no curves, just edges, in case you didn't notice. I got no definition, and all that I know is I got no curves, just edges, and the sorry truth is if you're young and you're pitied, if you're old you're ignored. You don't want it but you got it, and that's the last score. If you're young and you're pitied, if you're old you're ignored. You don't want it but you got it, and that's the last score. Got no curves, just edges, in case you didn't notice. I got no definition, and all that I know is I got no curves, just edges, and the sorry truth is you don't want it, but you got it, so guess what, you gotta want it, but you got it, so guess what, you gotta want it, but you got it, so guess what, you gotta deal with it.